Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I'm here to show you one neat trick that will change your typing world forever. First of all, my shirt's a little bit glistening, but here's the thing. This is a brain power shirt. Let's do a little bit of see-throughage because, of course, it's not quite the right hue, but that's okay. I hope you don't mind that I'm a little bit see-through. 1, 2. By the way, these are the buttons. 1 is this. 2 is this. 3. That's this right here. So let's go back to 2. I want to show you something that's amazing, okay? If you are typing and you mistype, such as you did banan, a lot of people go, oh, backspace, backspace, NA. Makes sense. What if you typed nanam? Oh no, right? You go backspace, 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 anana. Not anymore, man, because if you hold Control and you hit backspace, it doesn't fucking work in Notepad. Alright. Alright, it doesn't work in Notepad. Alright, I guess we'll... Shit. Okay, I'm gonna do it on Twitter. Alright, see, banana, you can hit Control backspace and delete the whole word. So when I try to type like this, I can just quickly Control backspace and delete the whole word. And in this way, I can type however quickly I want, and I can just quickly delete the things. Control backspace. I said it just before the show began, and a shitload of humans were like, oh my god, what? Mind blown! And they linked that gif of the guy doing this. Oh, if I raise my hands up in the air, become a little transparent. Look, I'm not Sjow. I'm not Sjow, but I'm going to... Well, that fits. I'm going to be doing Sjow's Control Warrior. Sjow's Control Warrior. So, let's look at the deck. So, the deck is... It's something that I've been really interested in general, which is a deck that kind of is just good at going to fatigue. Like, we have a lot of the big shield builder uppers that are classics, such as Shield Block, such as Justicar Trueheart, right? Classics. And then we have this good old ancient shield bearer that says, if you run Cthulhu, get huge, bro. Isn't that fucking sick? Alright, so we just have a ton of armor, which means we have a strong probability of winning in fatigue. And of course, we just have a bunch of weapons anyways. We're running the Gorehowl, which is one of my favorite cards in all of Hearthstone. I love this card so much. In terms of some of the other components, we have a lot of the Warrior usual removal, Execute, Shield Slam, Fiery War Axe, regular old Slamming. We have Acolyte of Pain, Brand Bronzebeard, which is great for doubling up Disciple of Cthulhu, or just running out a shitload of Emperor Veclors with 10 mana, or running out a shitload of plus 20 HPs, 2 Brawls for clearing the board, Cthulhu for really fucking up some shit. But I think that one of the essences to this deck is that with the ability to build so much armor, or we might even win in fatigue, Elite Starseeker is there to benefit from the 60 frickin' armor we're going to have at the end of the game. Because I don't know if you've ever been running out a shitload of Elite Starseeker decks. I tried a lot of Elite Starseeker at the start, and here was my experience, okay? I'd run out Elise, we get that monkey in the deck, I'd put that monkey down, I'd get those legendaries, and then I'd fucking die. I would just die. But if this whole deck is get a bunch of armor, delay, get a bunch of armor, clear the board, get a bunch of armor, get the Veclors out, get a bunch of armor, run out Cthulhu, clear stuff up, get a bunch of armor, and then Elite Starseeker, then we have all the shit we need. I don't know why I'm being so aggressive. If we had a lot of fucking armor, we can get to fucking bitch on the board. People are like, oh my god, Sean. And I'm like, alright, they know I'm tough, I'm hardcore, and I'm rank 11. Whew, doesn't that remove all my credibility? I always found that weird and interesting, the way the human psyche works. You know, you meet someone who's smoking, cursing, wearing a leather jacket, wearing spikes, saying controversial opinions, strongly disagreeing, and then their parents come pick them up, and you're just like, you have no credibility. Did your mom buy those cigarettes? Yeah, you know, all that. And here I am, being big, all tough guy. There's so many fucking answers. Let's go to rank 11 and show them. Mr. Biscuit, good to see you. Is Day9 not in chat? Of course I am, Showdusk. We're against Paul and Free Paul and them.
Shall bring victory.
Victory or death.
I'm gonna do something like this. I don't know even. Astaria says, holy shit, I miss you. Sorry for being busy lately. Wow. Oh. This is why the Day9 TV chat is the best chat in the entire world. In which other location in the universe does an audience member apologize to the content creator?
Are you my
This is where Astarius is like, no, I wasn't talking to you, man. I was talking to someone else. I was like, oh, I'm embarrassed. Oh, fuck.
Do you hear its call?
Fuck.
Listen closely.
Oh, I like this deck.
This way.
Why did I coin it? I don't know. Something's broken in my mind. Doesn't matter. You'll never go, I don't know, music forum, and you'll have someone go, hey Taylor,
Do you hear
I
its
apologize
call?
for not listening to your new album. This is Taylor Swift in the story. But I'm back. Apologize for any inconvenience. Now, what do? Do I get huge and knock him down with my slamming? I think I do. The reason why I say that I think I do is because if he's running a Cthulhu deck, he's not going to have a shitload of big threats. This is a priest, so he's probably going to have just a lot of regular nerds, so it's okay for me to use a shield slam. New Sunshine says Sjow would have done the same thing. Thank you, Sjow. Thank you, New Sunshine. Jesus. I can't even talk right. Ah, Jesus. So I can do this, and then I can pop him in his face. In his face! Manabako says it's because you've cultivated a community of relentless positivity and acceptance. Oh, this asshole. Thank you, Bako.
I obey.
Your minions will abandon you. It was your fault.
Damn 'em. That isn't very important to me. Ever since I was a little kid, that was important to me. I always ask the question, how do I make this other person who's here with me feel more comfy? It's just an important thing. How do you do that? I've put in an eerie amount of effort into this.
Is close.
Like, I mean like a surprising amount of research into like what makes people comfortable. Things like if you meet at an event and you come up to me and you face me and you're looking at me, I'll probably reciprocate by also facing towards you and looking at you and that sort of thing. But sometimes that's a little intense for people. I'm really large. I'm 6'4", which is 190,000 centimeters. I don't know what it is. 193, I think, is what I keep remembering. 193 centimeters. And if there I am looming, like looking right at you, that can be uncomfortable. So if there's someone who comes and sort of faces at an angle and is looking away,
What now?
socially, it can be very comforting to mirror that and to also sort of angle yourself and to look away. So I'm like, okay, try to see what the body language is to do that to make them more comfortable, right? This is literally a thing I actively went out, saw. I went out and researched. Because I think that it is like literally the most important thing. Is just having this other person I'm talking to and hanging out with more comfy. So good. And then what you find out, you start doing this, you find out that everyone's actually pretty fucking awesome. He says thank you about that, like a real shit talker. Cthulhu. It's a good card. I'd run that.
The feast of souls begins now.
Bakotaku says, getting real for a sec. Are there any philosophies that you've held in your life that you've found to be not true as you progress in life? For example, we used to talk about happiness as kittens and ninja stars. Do you still hold these philosophies to be true, or are there things that you have since abandoned? Dude, that was a fucking... That player verse was sick.
Your fear.
Which turned out not to be true. I think I used to be not very nuanced in a lot of things. Like, always give someone the benefit of the doubt. I thought that was really important. Really important. Always give someone the benefit of the doubt. Infinity armor. You know, the idea of giving someone the benefit of the doubt is a good way to not take things personally. Someone's shitty to you, not give them the benefit of the doubt. It's totally okay. It's totally understandable. And I used to believe this really strongly as a kid. It's really important to do that. But, fuck. Close to death here with Cthulhu, so I'm going to run this out and get in there. But, you know, now I think that I have a little bit more willingness to be doubtful, because it's good to give someone the benefit of the doubt, but it's also good not to put yourself in bad, uncomfortable, crappy, shitty positions, etc. If you don't have to. Well, the universe is talking to me. Twin Emperor Veclor. So many damn anniversaries. I bleed for it.
Are you my master?
Carcasus. Iker LQ Larpington.
Is an illusion.
Oh my god, John, you were in a restaurant where... That is such great news. Mr. Biscuit. So I was in an awesome Italian restaurant yesterday with the missus. And suddenly I start to laugh. She doesn't have any idea why. Well, what music was playing? But fucking trumpets. Yeah, I love that. What are philosophies that I hold? I'm no show, but I played exactly like he. Let's ruin this guy. Stream crashed for a second? That's weird. I don't have any dropped frames. My internet connection has been solid and stable, and all things have been great and good. I'm not saying you're wrong, but what I'm saying is everything is so good. Sorry about that. The guilt I have. God, that's a really interesting question. What are philosophies that you had growing up that you no longer agree with or believe in? Really interesting question. Blanca, what a fantastically interesting question. I'm like really trying to okay. Why is he doing that one then there in that position? I'm gonna do the back end. Okay. I figured it out.
Your minions will abandon you.
I lose sleep trying to think of these questions, you know. I mean, I was gonna say something about self-reliance, but I've always been like deeply self-reliant. Like, if I am in the worst place, I'm so upset. One of the most calming and centering things that I can do is just be by myself, just to be alone. I know how to kill him. So I'm going to do this because I'm relatively positive that we are up against the Tempo Warrior. The Nerdness who says it's my birthday tomorrow and I have nothing planned. Hashtag feels bad, man. No, you should feel hash bang tight, dude.
Welcome to the grand tournament.
Like, think of all the shit you could do. Oh my god, the Nerdness suit. Okay, guys, it's time to plan the Nerdness suit's birthday. Okay, first of all, do you have a movie/TV show ready to go that you haven't seen? What do you like to do? What are like your favorite activities? For me, the best birthday is the same thing that you would do on a regular day, but like times 10. Like I enjoy media such as TV, comics, games, and to a lesser extent movies. These things I enjoy, right? I dig this shit. I'm into this. I like it. I love it. I can't get enough of it. That's what I'm into. I like food. I like giggles. So what I do is I wake up, eat a delicious breakfast, something that's insane. Like I go out, I get bagel, lox, cheese, lightly toasted. I have a Bloody Mary there. So good. I go home. Like on my last birthday, my last birthday was yesterday, and I just did a normal day at work. But like the year before that, I didn't. I celebrated my birthday before my birthday this year, doesn't count. But like, ooh, on my last birthday, I like got that delicious breakfast. I came back and I looked up videos of really old games that I used to play as a child and put them on my big screen TV and watched them. It was awesome. I did that. I got 2 enormous bombers of extremely expensive beer from Firestone Walker. I had a Firestone Walker Sticky Monkey and a Firestone Walker Sukaba. Or was it a Velvet Merchant? Shit, I can't remember. It was one of those two. It was one of those two and I was sick.
Take my shield.
Then in that afternoon, I binged a television show. Person of interest, like hardcore. Because that evening, I went to Korean barbecue.
You are not fit
Little tipsy,
to rule
and
the
ate as
Horde.
much as I fucking could. Oh my god.
I have no time for games.
Soon is not
Dude, playing Warrior and having this much armor feels so sick. It was so amazing. Oh my god. Oh, CP helps 06 and Primal Turtle. Welcome. Welcome to the non-stop, never-ending party. Wow, something must be weird with Twitch. I have never had viewership this low. Or it could be that, like, today is when the world became fed up with me. Generally for Hearthstone, I get around 6K, I think is fair. 5K to 6K, I think is a fair estimation. And we're sitting at 1.7K right now. I have no fucking clue why. But I assume that today was the day that the world went, you know what? You know that Day 9 guy? You know him? You know what? He's a motherfucker. That's what happened today.
Let none survive.
I'm not gonna run this out because I smell a brawl in the future. You know Day 9? You know all that stuff he's done? All that free content? And when you can tune in, if you don't like it, you can turn it off at any point? Well, I tuned in, and I didn't like it, and I kept watching, and I thought, fuck this guy. You know that? Fuck him. That's what I said to myself. He was playing Hearthstone. He wasn't even talking about the game. I can't stand him. You know what I'm gonna do? You know what I'm gonna do? I'm 14. I had a tough day in 9th grade. It's time to get out there onto my favorite social media, Live Journal. And I'm gonna tell everyone what a piece of shit Day 9 is. And you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna lie. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. You think what I'm gonna do? You think what I'm gonna do is get in there and say something like, it's not my kind of content, I like watching people who are focused on the game. No, I'm gonna get in there and I'm gonna say he was racist.
Behold the armies of Stormwind.
I'm gonna tell him. That's what I'm gonna tell him. Isn't that crazy? That's what I'm gonna say. I'm like, I went in there, and he did not even care about the atrocities that recently happened at the Turkish airport. I couldn't believe it. You would think that someone of his stature would be able to shield slam for 9 billion. Oh! You would think that someone of his stature wouldn't be so disrespectful. You would think that. You would think that. And all of a sudden, all the regular viewers of Day 9 TV, who apparently comb Live Journal, stumbled upon that post and went, what in the what? Day 9 doesn't support anything? He hates anyone of people of his own ethnicity. 'Cause that's what I read on this 14-year-old's Live Journal. We're on a tangent of a tangent. Here's something interesting. Can I tell you something interesting? I'll tell you something interesting. I'm actually not going to tell you something interesting. I'm going to finish this game. I'm going to tell you the interesting thing after this break. I'll tell you the interesting thing after this break. Okay? Sean, how much armor do you have? 1 billion armors.
Operating with pain.
Slamming. To win Emperor Veclor. Ah. So it could be that that 14-year-old wrote that live journal, or there's a technical issue that's causing me to have such low viewership. There was like no viewership. Where even was it? Drawing cards, rocking hard. Nope.
Cthulhu! 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 The feast.
I think just put some pressure on him a little harder. Own! Own! You have awakened me, Foon! God, I want to do a voice pack for this game so bad. Because the way it would sound is exactly the way the cards sound right now. Put this apple on your head! Draw the cards, that's actually good for us, man. Put the pressure on him. Anyone know where that's from? Put the pressure on him. You know? Put the pressure on him. Go on, Russian. Get out. On your bike. It's time to go. He calls all in with King Jack. He deserves no applause. Punish him. It's gonna be hard for him to chip us down when we have a billion armor. I'll tell you something so good. Not now, but after the next break. And by the way, I just gotta give a shout out to Karkisis, who says, I can't see or hear Cthulhu without thinking of the Cthea from the King Killer Chronicles. Oh, the Cthea. The most terrifying thing known to man or fae. It's actually not a problem. For any of you who don't know, the Cthea is a mythical being in the King Killer Chronicles. The Cthea is a being that is bound to a tree. It cannot leave it at any point. But Cthea has mythological powers in which it can see all possible futures. It can see all possible futures regardless of what choice is made. And the wicked and evil Cthea tries to say what it can to those who meet it in order to create the worst possible outcome to humanity. I'm gonna win in fatigue, dude. So all those who meet the Cthea leave, and horrible things happen to the world. One brought back a plague that wiped out much of humanity. Look at that, we won. So we got to play a game. No, we got to play a game. And now we're already overdue. And so Kvothe, the main character of the King Killer Chronicles, meets the Cthea, who tells him such horrible, awful, terrible things that he falls into a feverish, delusional coma. And who comes to his rescue, a fae known as the Felurian. And then he nailed her and wrote a song. Dun da dun da dun da dun. And I didn't say anything that didn't happen. Dun da dun da dun da dun. He nailed her, he wrote a song. And then he sang about it and tricked her. The Felurian. got screwed over after rescuing him from